Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio. Today I am working in my collage journal. I have this piece of paper that I've just cleaned paint off onto, and I really liked the gold and white with a touch of brown in there. So I thought I would use that as my background, and that's kind of what got me going. And I haven't put anything in this collage journal for a while, so I felt like it needed some attention. Getting close. I know I say that with all my journals, don't I? I'm getting really close in this one. So a few more and it will be done. Because I did all those tarot cards in this book. So that was like, what, 21, 22 pages. So that took a lot right there. So I'm trying to make sure my paper is straight. That's why I'm using my little grid. I could just see me tear it and have it be like totally wonky. That would be normal for me. So I try to use my grid so that I can keep it straight. And just going in a little bit on the edges, just to have a little bit of a border around the edge. I'm using my rulers just to tear it. That works as good as the paper trimmer, I think. At least for big pieces like this. And yeah, this was just done on a scrap piece of copy paper. So I'm using a glue stick. So anything else will make it all wavy. I don't know if you guys watch Patty Tolly Parish, but I really like the collages she's been doing. She actually just finished her book and did a flip through. It'll be a while back now once this uploads, but it was fun to see her book, and it's all kind of flows together. It's got her scripting and stuff on it. Mine, on the other hand, is just like random, except for the tarot cards. That'll be like a series in the middle of that. So I did put a little bit of stamping on there just to add something to those white areas. And then just using some scrap paper. This was a cleanup jelly print, I think. Has a little bit of gold. And so I decided I want to put that on there. And I thought I would try to arrange things before I actually start gluing this time. Normally I just, ooh, I like that, glue it. Ooh, I like that, glue it. And then I don't know if this will help my composition or if it will still be just like a hot mess. But at least I'll know in advance, right? So I was hoping I could punch a circle in that piece of paper, but it's not happening. That will have to wait for another time, another project. I have an old songbook that the pages are falling out of, so I use them quite a bit actually. Now I wanted a circle, a brown circle, to go behind the music to help it stand out. But this circle, and I see my punch I think is a 1.5 inch. I need a 2-inch punch, but I don't have one. And this ends up being a little bit too big to go behind that. So you'll see here in a second. I'll show you. It's just too much of a border, I think. Yeah, well, okay, maybe in a little while, because obviously I'm not getting to that right away. Okay. Just add a piece of music there. Now I'm using my paperweight to hold my page down. So see here. Yeah, see, too much of a border. So what I'm going to do is fold it up and try to cut a good circle. That one ends up being too big. I knew it, and it was a little wonky. So I'm going to fold it up even tighter. Try to keep the curve. And it's not too horrible of a circle. And it's more of the right size. So there we go. Then I've got just a piece out of a magazine. I kind of liked it. And then, oh yeah, I decide I'll just make a homemade stamp. So I'm gonna use that little scrap piece of paper and make it square. Glue it onto some sheet music and then cut around it and try and make it look like a stamp. Sorry, I was kind of off screen there just a little bit. I tend to pull things towards myself a lot. I don't know if you can hear the howling outside. That's the dogs. If they hear a siren, they start howling. I don't hear a siren. It's got to be really far away. Oh, and I'm going to add one of my little scrap paper birds. I made them all. Might as well use them up. I don't want to cover up that jar. I did all that and I'm like, nah. So now I'm just gonna tear out a little bit of the plants from that same piece of magazine and just make that the image on my stamp. Doesn't really have to look like anything, right? I'm just putting a little bit of ink around the edges to make it look old and to help it stand out. So how are you all doing? How are things going in your world? Things are going pretty good here. If you've been listening to me talk in my last few videos, I've been learning a new job. That's going okay. I don't think they're going to fire me yet. Though some days I'm not sure. It's just kind of tough learning a new job after being at the same one forever and ever and ever. Alright, so I think it's time to start gluing things together. Really just creating a stack of interesting papers, or at least I think they're interesting. Scrap papers, things that have just been sitting here. You know, I make something and then I really like the scrap that came off of it, so I keep it. That's that brown triangle piece, you know, I don't even know if that ended up in the garbage. I might have kept it. There should be a size, I should make a size limit. If it's smaller than a dime, it should go in the garbage. I think that's already a rule. But that one's longer than a dime, so I don't know where it is, honestly. It's probably in the garbage. Add my little piece of music. I'm gonna glue our homemade, too many pieces of paper. My glue's sticking to everything. My little homemade looking stamp. You know, I don't know if in your world the middle finger is a bad thing. But my pointer finger gets dirty fast, so then I have to move to the next finger in line. And so I end up doing a lot of things with my middle finger. I'm sorry. If that offends. It's not intentional. Alright, so this one is heavier weight paper. It's cardstock weight, so I'm going to use some regular glue. Well, and that's the glitter glue. I really like the dispenser on the glitter glue. Add my bird. Clear everything up so you can see, so we can all see what's going on, because I always end up with way too much stuff on my table. So I feel like it needs a word or something, so I'm just looking through my magazine words that I just have thrown in a bag. And yeah, a lot of times I'll just toss them out and grab one, but none of them were making me happy. So eventually here I do find something. Oh yes, I have a chopped up book, and it has a title, or a page title, so that's what we're going with. And I kind of like it. So I'm trimming it down just a little bit. Hopefully it looks a little straighter. Give a little ink on the outside to make it stand out, and I think that's the last thing I put on there. So what do you think of my little page? I kind of like it. I think it's fun to do these. Do you collage? Do you scrapbook? Do you what do you do to pass the time, or what's your favorite hobby? I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment. Oh yes, I inked around the bird, hoping it would help it stand out just a little bit. Maybe it does. Anyways, I've got some pictures coming. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing. And thanks for watching.